Namaste, angels. Thank you as always for joining, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the video, giving the thumbs up, all of that stuff. I do appreciate. Welcome, viewers and subscribers, new and old. I was wanting to do a pick a card. Really, it's so bizarre. I was sitting in the doctor's office the other day, and while I'm in the waiting room, all of a sudden I had this thought of a guy I dated a couple years back. His name was Tommy. Thomas means twin, by the way. And he was a Sagittarius. And we were exactly 6 years and 6 months apart. My birthday is June 13th. His birthday is December 13th. Sagittarius and Gemini are mirror signs. So it was really a karmic and perhaps karmic relationship. I never slept with him, and never was anything like that. But we were joined at the hip, day in and day out, for I guess around 5 months before he disappeared. I guess he ghosted me, and it's weird because I was always okay. I was never like distraught about him ghosting me. In the beginning, when he first suddenly stopped calling, I was just hoping that he was all right. That nothing had happened to him or anything. But then I started to feel that nothing had and that he was just gone. And that was okay. But the other day I thought about him and I just wondered if I'd ever see him again. And again, it's not like a romantic thing. I just wondered if I was ever going to see him again. And that's when I sort of, got the message also that I should do a pick a card for other people who are wondering if they're ever going to see someone again. It doesn't have to be a romantic interest. Again, for me, this is not romantic interest. I still just hope Tommy's okay. Like, we had a good run. I'm all right with it being over. But I hope all's well with him, and I thought about him. But for other people, it may be a friend that maybe you lost touch with. I remember some of you know that I'm a 9/11 survivor. And so I lost my phone number. I lost everything. We for months, we didn't have, like water and heat and all of these things that people take for granted. But one of the things is phone service. So, of course, 9/11 occurred in September. Of 2001. I didn't have a phone again until February of 2002, and we had the same phone number for my whole life. But all of a sudden, we lost it. So I lost track of my friends, and they lost track of me. My best friend from college lived in Boston. I didn't know if I'd ever see her again or hear from her again, and we were brought back together, thankfully, and she remains my best friend. But my exes, I had the same boyfriend pretty much all through high school. Well, 2 different boyfriends, but one for most of it. And I didn't know if I was going to see him again. He lost contact with me. And so it could be something like that. Some people aren't speaking to their children or their parents. My own sister and mother didn't speak for years. They do again, all is well there. But for many years. And I know that we're not the only people experiencing it. So again, I was guided to do this. And we're going to have 3 different piles. Carnelian. Rainbow obsidian. So I'm going to pick up the carnelian too. Carnelian. Rainbow obsidian. Twin flame quartz. It has like it's like 2 pieces that are attached. Or soulmate quartz, they call it as well. All right. Each pile will have one of each card. Oh, We got to see that one. It's travel. So I'm going to pull this one out. I think this is Mercury retrograde talking to us about some situations and relationships that we may be revisiting. You know, Mercury retrograde has a way of bringing people out of the woodwork that you never expected to see again, some of which you're happy to, and some of which maybe not so much. Other than that, this travel card tends to represent for me an energy of like the chariot, so there's movement, and it can be literal or metaphoric, and is representative of the sign of Cancer. I'll put it here. But it would have been in this pile, so we may want to remember that and consider it later too. Other than that, I'm already getting a lot of very strong fire energy here, and maybe of the fire signs, mostly Sagittarius. Not because Tommy was a Sagittarius, but he happens to be, but because of the cards that are here. So there is the Queen of Spring, or the Queen of Wands. It is a representation in the tarot of the divine feminine. Queen of Wands is also somebody who is very confident, passionate, fertile. So it could be about things growth, and maybe representative of the planet Jupiter, the ruler of the sign of Sagittarius, all about growth and expansion. The Queen of Spring is talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. So maybe this is telling us if we want to see somebody again, we can bring them back into our lives. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. So you may have a whole bunch of things that you want to manifest. It's saying you can bring them all in. Also up right behind that is Major Arcana card 5, Unity, which is the Hierophant. Embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. So there's more messages of growth here. You may feel called to act as a mentor, to find a new teacher, or to spend time with others who are also on a sacred path. Major Arcana card 5, Unity, or the Hierophant, represents the sign of Taurus. And for me, it can be about the need to make adjustments to the people, places, and things with which we surround ourselves. Could be telling us, on one hand, that, there's a commitment that should be deepening or that will deepen. On the other hand, it could be telling us we need to make adjustments, and, some people need to be removed, some people need to be added so that we can better align with our soul's purpose and desire. And speaking of the ones that need to be removed, it is Major Arcana card 15, Ego, or the Devil, which represents the sign of Capricorn. You may feel that you're trapped in your situation, but that's not true. Be careful not to overly focus upon material wealth and break away from negative thinking. So you may think that you're stuck and you have no way of getting in touch with somebody you'd like to see again, or healing a relationship with somebody with whom it's broken. But it's saying that's not true. There's always a way to, move towards something that you want to do. Flirt is also another card that gives me not just an energy of Sagittarius, but of mutable signs in general, because, we're so lighthearted. Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So having fun, being youthful, just enjoying life and not bringing like a big heavy bag to conversations and moments. But underneath it is, I normally wouldn't mention it because it's upside down, but is separation. So that could mean something. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. And lastly, control also was making me feel fire signy. And I think it's mostly about these energetic cords, right? People that we suddenly miss or miss in general, want to see, want to heal a relationship with. We likely have some sort of energetic ties to. So I think that's what the cords are representing. It's, more about this than it is about control. May involve a Capricorn having seen the Devil and now this money card, or earth signs in general. We've also seen Taurus energy with the Hierophant. And, you know, they just have a very, very strong work ethic. Maybe this person is somebody you met at work, a relationship from work, or maybe you're wondering if you're going to reunite with a business or somebody from your job. There is a short-term, temporary heartache or break, delay, breakup, potentially involved for someone from their divine masculine. This card, Dark Male, is a representation for me of the divine masculine in this deck. So for somebody, there is a romantic message, and maybe they are or have been in separation. It is temporary is what this card is saying. So there will be some reuniting there. And that person may very well specifically be in direct earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or somebody that you met at work or maybe at the bank, you know, somewhere where money or finances are involved. And we have energetic cords to them. All right, so now focus on a pile of your choosing. The carnelian, the rainbow obsidian in the shape of a heart, with naturally occurring hearts over and over and over again, those striations, or the soulmate quartz. Which one do you pick? Take a moment, focus, meditate. All right. For those of you who selected carnelian, ooh, the Lovers, Major Arcana card 6, which represents the sign of Gemini. True and long-lasting love finds its way into your life. Follow your heart with caring actions and choices. And from the Romance Oracle, children, your love life is being affected by children. And lastly, gifts. These cards together are telling me, yes, you will see this person again. Where children is representative of a new and fresh energy, similar to the Empress, there will be an opportunity for just that in love. True and long-lasting love. So maybe it didn't work out the first time, but being gifted with another opportunity. And maybe around Christmas, or if there's a birthday or something coming up, this gifts could also be speaking about timing, because I'm getting something about timing also too. So maybe it's, you know, Christmas, Hanukkah, gift-giving season is when we will see this person again. Also, the 6 could be about 12/12, December 12th, which will be during Sagittarius season. And is the day of the Gemini full moon, which occurs at 12/12. Of course, 12 plus 12, or 3 plus 3 equals 6. Could definitely be speaking about timing of when this will occur, especially in consideration of some of the things I've been told about what is coming with that full moon. In addition, for some, this is about seeing your parents again or seeing your children again. And again, if you chose this pile, I'm going to say the answer is yes. And perhaps we're being given a message as to when. You may get a special holiday gift this year. For those of you who chose the rainbow obsidian, the 10 of Autumn, which is all about feeling secure and surrounded by family and love. Honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And True Gem, I think this is another message of perhaps timing the Gemini full moon. Again, that occurs at 12, on 12/12 at 12:12 a.m. And you'll be feeling surrounded by love, family, security, and you just won't need anything else. I'm also getting something about deceased loved ones. Somebody's missing somebody that, you know, can't come back on this plane. But even them, yes, you know, I think not only will you see them again on another plane when your souls meet again, but on this plane, they're going to, they're already around you and they're going to be trying to get your attention. And that they may be an earth sign too, although this is not a court card. Contentment comes from knowing that your finances are secure and your family's material needs are taken care of. So you're not worried about anything else. You're not worried about money or stuff right now. You're just concerned in a positive way with being surrounded by love and family. All right, people that you care about. That could be just one other person. It's important to honor traditions and to have pride in your heritage and the accomplishments of your ancestors. So honoring traditions can be perhaps celebrating some sort of holiday, enjoying the bliss of holiday time together. Maybe it's a tradition for your family to come together, and there's somebody in the family that hasn't been speaking to others of you, and you're wondering if they're going to show up, you know. And the answer again is yes, from what I can read here. Very positive. And lastly, for those of you who chose the soulmate quartz. Speaking of Jupiter and Sagittarius gifting us with something, it's the Ace of Spring. A wonderful opportunity presents itself. It may have come as a surprise, but you'll still want to leap into action and to passionately pursue every possibility. So some opportunity for a new start is coming your way. Maybe it's a reuniting of people that had been separated before. Either your new relationship, if it's brand new, will have a very strong connection, or existing partnerships will deepen, and potentially maybe marriage will be involved, or engagement is in your future ahead. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And your last card is young male. So this person, perhaps younger than you, or you're the younger person, and maybe that was why you didn't think things could work out before. But yeah, they can. If they're not younger in terms of age, then they are youthful and flirty and lighthearted, like a mutable sign. And perhaps they are directly a mutable sign, like Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, or Gemini. They also may be somebody that looks particularly young for their age, and or, you know, behaves particularly young, not necessarily silly or immature, but just, you know, ready to have some fun. I hope you guys find this helpful and that you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video. Also, if you are so inclined, do share the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back soon with something else. If you'd like a private reading from me or any of my other services, energy healing, or merchandise like mugs and tapestry and all that kind of stuff that I have on my Social 6 page, all that information will be in the description box. Thanks again for joining. I will be back with something else. Namaste.